Hello, Williamson County. I'm Kerri Hudson, and welcome to It's About You, an informational program about the classes, activities, and special events of the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department. Well, as we settle into a new school year here in Williamson County and the more calming and routine pace of fall, the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department has a variety of monthly and seasonal programs planned for everyone in our community. Joining me today is our Senior and Therapeutics Administrator, Traci Hamby, here to talk about our upcoming fall programs for seniors ages 55 and over, as well as individuals with physical or intellectual disabilities. Traci, thanks for joining us today.
Oh, thank you for having me.
It was a pleasure to have you here. You guys have so many things going on. And we'll start off with your senior programs first. This is an area of our department that has seen unprecedented growth over the last 2 to 3 years.
Right.
And we now offer a variety of ongoing fitness, educational, and social programs for seniors 55 and older, everything from the active senior all the way to the retiree, and a variety of different kinds of things. Tell us a little bit about some of the things that your division has going on, or some of the variety of the different kinds of programs you offer.
Sure, we offer something for everybody, from the senior that just wants to come and hang out with their friends and play cards. We have a senior lounge at our Williamson County Enrichment Center that is strictly gameplay and socializing, to potluck and bingos, lunch and learns, pickleball clinics and workshops, pickleball leagues, fitness classes, land-based, aqua fitness, to outings and excursions too. We have something for everybody, whether it's the senior that has been retired for a while, to those that maybe still are working. We offer at a variety of different times, different locations, different days, so hopefully there's flexibility with our schedule to make it accessible to everybody.
Absolutely. And today we're going to highlight just a couple of your upcoming fall programs,
Yes.
But we do want to let the public know that the full fall calendar of events for our seniors division in all of our Williamson County Parks and Recreation facilities is currently available on our website at wcparksandrec.com. Registration is open for those activities as well.
Yes.
So please check it out as well to find out all the information that you have going on in the fall.
Right, and the nice thing about the newsletter too is we specified the location, so that's something people will want to be mindful of too. Not everything is based out of our enrichment center. We've got different classes available at Longview. We've got some available at our Nolensville Rec Center as well too, so just be mindful of the location.
As well. Well, today we're going to talk about trips and excursions. Bus trips have become very, very popular. You know, there used to always be that monthly excursion trip that you would take.
Not anymore.
And now you guys are taking people out every day of the week, it seems like.
Right.
You're doing a variety of different kinds of trips with a lot of different themes incorporated into them. And so we wanted to talk about this kind of expansion of excursions and some of the different types of things that your division is doing. And we wanted to start off today talking about Lunch Bunch.
Lunch Bunch. Lunch Bunch is for the senior that maybe just wants to go out with friends and enjoy a meal maybe they wouldn't have on their own at home. We offered this particular outing at both the Enrichment Center as well as to Longview, and it's you and your 11 closest friends hanging out on our little bus and going to someplace fabulous to eat lunch. We try to find local dives, places off the beaten path, to crowd favorites as well too. So a little bit of all different types of cuisines, if you will. For the Enrichment Center coming up, we've got Stout Burgers in Brentwood. We have Net's Country Store located off the Natchez Trace, and Edley's Barbecue in Nashville. So you can see a variety of different choices are available depending on people's personal preferences.
Yeah, or how far they want to go.
Exactly.
If they're like, I just want to stay local, I don't really want to be on a bus for,
30 minutes.
an hour or something like that, then, there are those local trips. Or if they're like, I think I do want to try going into Nashville and seeing what's new, they've got that option as well.
Right, and then at Longview, we have Miller's Grocery coming up in October, and then Sweetside Cafe coming up in November. So the way this works, we do require registration in advance. We do charge a minimal bus fee. It's $3, and then lunch is Dutch treats. So people have the flexibility if they want to go all out and have this be their huge meal for the day, they can, or if they just want a small taste of something, it's flexible depending on what their preference is. So, It's fun. They have a great time every single time they go. We've got some folks that will, maybe they're established with our Longview facility in Spring Hill, but they'll come to the Enrichment Center lunch bunch and vice versa. So we offer it on different days so people can take advantage of both if they want to.
And then you also have some larger scale excursion trips that you do as well that are full day activities.
Yes.
And you've really expanded the scope of this program, having excursion trips that leave from Franklin as well as the Longview Recreation Center.
Yes.
Some of them are starting to develop their own themes as well. The fall quarter alone, you're doing at least, well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different bus trips to daily excursions.
Yes.
Out.
So some of those might be the lunch bunches. Some of those might be combined trips. So the Enrichment Center and Longview combined. Some of them are Enrichment Center exclusive outings. Some of them are Longview exclusive outings. So we try to offer a variety of different experiences for our patrons. For our combined trips coming up, one popular one is we're going back to Kentucky Downs. We offered this about a year ago, and people love to gamble. So we don't make
horses.
And they love horses too. We don't make a habit out of always offering this type of excursion, but we get requests for it. We'll at least try to add at least one other outing to the calendar. So we have that coming up in September. We anticipate that getting a great response. We were a couple weeks out from registration. Registration will start 2 Fridays from now. But then also you go from that extreme, and then October we're going back to the Skirmerhorn to see one of the Nashville Symphony performances. They've got a wonderful program called Coffee and Classics, where you go into the Skirmerhorn early. They have a variety of coffees available, pastries for folks to graze on, and then they do basically a matinee performance. Typically it's around an hour, so it's nice that people get to go experience that, and it's not necessarily at 7 o'clock at night. It's in the daytime.
In the daytime.
And then in November, we have an exclusive trip to Chaffin's Barn. This is just out of the Enrichment Center. They're going to go see Elf the Musical. So a lot of fun stuff coming up. Of course, we've got some Longview trips as well, too.
Sure. And the Longview trips are really interesting, where they're starting to develop these themes around the trips.
Yes.
You have 2 series of Longview-based trips coming up this fall, one of which is a tour of architectural styles with a focus on churches, chapels, and tabernacles.
So this past summer, we started our first architecture theme. The group went to Alabama to see a Frank Lloyd Wright house. They went to the Parthenon in Nashville, so hitting different types of architectural styles. So Becca Fulcher is my staff out of the Longview Rec Center. Got great response for this theme, and so she brought it out to keep with the overall architecture theme, but then focusing it more on church structures. Another perspective. So coming up, they've got the Dominica St. Cecilia Mother House at Swanee. They have, what else do they have? Oh, I'm sorry. The Dominican St. Cecilia Mother House is in Nashville. They have the Swanee All Saints Chapel coming up, and then the Mother Church, a.k.a. the Ryman. Coming up as well, too. And so for all these trips, sometimes lunch is included, sometimes it's just going to see the house. Of course, we have all those details in our newsletter, as well as with the online registration for each activity.
And then they also have a series of dive, burger, and brews tours.
So we took our seniors at Longview on to several different whiskey distilleries within the Middle Tennessee area. And again, our patrons loved it. So the focus is going from whiskey to brewery tours. So we're including lunch places with that as well, too, places off the beaten path, but that are known for something, whether it's having the best hamburger or whatever have you. So I think this will be a fun little jaunt all throughout our area as well, too. So
just something fun, exciting, and interesting to get out and do. And then the last form of outings that we want to talk about today are your senior hiking trips. Yes. You guys have really gotten into these kind of nature-themed trips as well, and getting seniors out into some of these natural surroundings for daily hikes and exercise.
We do. We've had great response just for outdoor recreation as a whole, everything from the hiking trips to canoeing on the Harpeth River. The hiking trips we offer on a monthly basis, we try to hit up everything from local passive parks like our own Timberland Park to state parks, city parks, county parks. We've gone a variety of different places. For the fall, coming up in September, we have, I don't know if it's Bowie Nature Park or Bowie Nature Park. I always get confused on that.
I've always heard Bowie, but I don't know if I'm right.
So we're going to that one.
Okay, that one, definitely.
And then October, we're going to hit up Radnor Lake, and so hopefully we'll start to see some changes with the leaf colors, and that should be a pretty one to go to. And that's always a popular choice. They love Radnor Lake. And then in November, we're going to take advantage of National Hike Day and go to our own Timberland Park. So lots of fun trips. We try to keep it, some of them might be close by, so the bus ride's not quite as long, and then sometimes we'll venture further out, but we try to keep it pretty close to the Williamson County area. And for this particular outing, the fee is a bus fee. It's a $3 bus fee. We do ask that folks bring water and a snack if they want it. Depending on how long we hike for, they might get hungry. So
Sure.
A little bit of everything, you know?
Yeah, well, it's what I love about what you guys are doing is you're trying to find something for everyone at every stage of life. And
Right.
you know that some of the programs you offer will only resonate with a portion of your population.
Right.
And you want to try to fill in those gaps. And even when you're saying, we want to build a fitness program, you're putting multiple types of classes into a fitness program and not a singular kind. And when you say we want to build on our day trips and excursions, you're adding multiple different options in different types of trips and excursions rather than just one a month. So I think the variety is really great,
Right.
and hopefully provides something that resonates with all of our
Well,
patrons.
and we have some folks that maybe they just want to do an activity or two that we offer, and then you have those that want to do anything and everything because they're retired, they've got the time, they want to be busy, they want to be active, and they want to learn, and they want to engage in others, and so they might register for everything just because they want to keep that full lifestyle. So.
Absolutely. And again, this is just a segment of our fall senior programming.
Yes.
Full details about our fall senior programming is available through our website at wcparksandrec.com. You can go to our seniors tab, click the senior activities or even the senior newsletter option. If you want, you can download our quarterly senior newsletter from the website and have a full document of all of our fall programs, September through November.
Yes.
And all those registration dates, costs, times, dates, locations, all that general information. It's a very useful tool. You can also find printed copies of it in our main recreation facilities if that's more convenient for you as well.
And for those folks that do take advantage of our website, we do have things kind of categorized into different areas. We have an outings section on our senior tab. We have potluck and bingo. So everything listed, we also actually link the registration code to the program description. So it's easy. Hey, I want to go on this hike. Here's Timberland Park. I'm going to click on the link and it's going to automatically take you to the online registration.
Absolutely. So you can register from home through the website,
Yes.
or you can register from a kiosk inside a facility as well, whichever is preferable for you. Would say, though, that registration, one of the most vitally important parts of these senior programs. The only program that doesn't require registration are the ongoing fitness classes,
Yes.
And things like the open socials.
Yes.
But everything else from potluck and bingo to lunch and learns to all the new computer, iPhone, Android classes that you're doing to these day trips does require a form of advanced registration.
Yes.
And spacing is usually limited based on transportation and classroom sizes.
Correct. Or also for some of our bigger events like a potluck and bingo, just so we know we provide the main entree for that, how much food to prepare or buy.
So yes, so advanced registration for all those events, and you can get those dates again through our website at wcparksandrec.com. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we'll spend the second half of our show talking about the other side of your division and therapeutic recreation opportunities that will be available through the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department. Y'all stay tuned.
As a pro snowboarder, I've crashed many times while pushing the limits. However, I didn't know the impact a brain injury can have. The risk got real for me after sustaining a traumatic brain injury while I was training for the 2010 Winter Olympics. You really need to educate yourself about brain injuries and how dangerous they can be. After my injury, the doctors were saying that the helmet saved my life. Wearing a helmet to prevent severe traumatic brain injury is a must, and so is learning what you can do to prevent concussion.
Welcome back to It's About You. We're talking today about some of our upcoming fall programming. For the first half of our show, we talked about senior programs. For the second half, we're going to switch over to our therapeutic recreation program and talk about a couple of the different programs we offer through that division. With the conclusion of another very successful summer of Camp Will behind us, your staff now goes into their regular monthly therapeutic programming routine. And monthly programs will resume at recreation centers across the county beginning in September. This fall we have some of our seasonal favorites coming up, as well as revamping and refreshing some of a few of our newer programs and offering even more opportunities for our therapeutic recreation participants. Again, I'm amazed at what you and your staff have done over the last few years. I mean, as your senior programming has grown, your therapeutic programming has grown as well. And it's every day of the week now when you're offering one or multiple therapeutic recreation programs across Williamson County, sometimes in multiple venues. And I love the approach that you all have taken with this, where you have kept your classics, the programs that have worked, that are in high demand, and then have constantly kept adding to it with new types of programs that, like your senior programs, are social-based, they're outings, they're educational programs to help teach life skills, they're active-based programs for fitness, and just cover a variety of different kinds of interests and topics for your participants.
Right, and with so many folks moving into our county wanting services, we've learned where the demand is. Especially for adults with disabilities, we have found, yes, some folks might be involved with some sort of day program, but we have a lot also that maybe work, but that are still living at home and looking for daytime opportunities. And so kind of keeping up with those trends and kind of seeing where the demand is and where we can kind of fill in the gap.
Fill in the gaps, absolutely. Well, we're going to preview just a couple of your fall programs for therapeutics today as well. Please keep in mind, though, this is just a few of the many programs that will be offered through our therapeutics program this fall in September, October, and November. So again, check our website at wcparksandrec.com for additional therapeutic program opportunities, or you can also visit one of our main recreation centers to pick up a printed copy of our fall quarter therapeutic newsletter.
Yes.
All right, well, let's start off with one of our favorites, the classic Fall Festival.
We do this every year.
We do it because people love it.
They love it, and we start getting questions from our patrons in the summer. When is the hayride?
It is a seasonal staple.
Favorite, yeah. So we offer this once a year. It's our annual Fall Festival. We have a dance with a DJ. We have a hayride. We offer dinner. It's just a fun night. So that's coming up in September to September 27th at the Franklin Rec Center. Folks will come dressed up in normal clothes, or they might come wearing a costume. We keep it kind of flexible. But usually we'll do our hayride first for however many times people want to go on a hayride. People, when they're done, can grab something quick to eat. Usually we do a barbecue dinner and then dance the night away with Louis Lee Entertainment. So minimal fee. I think the cost is, between $10 and $15 per person. So that covers the cost of everything. So it's a fun night, a very fun night.
And as we're going through these programs, there is usually a cost associated
with most of
the programs, but it is very minimal in terms of a program fee for the type of activity that's involved.
Typically the cost covers the cost of food and whatever supplies we might need. The other thing to note too, for a lot of the activities that we're going to talk about today, they're also considered PALS programs. So PALS stands for People at Leisure with Support. So for those folks needing additional support with personal care or whatever, they're required to bring a caregiver with them.
All right, well, let's move on into some of the newer themed programs that you guys have been working on. And we'll start off at the end of the week with our Friday Fun Day.
Friday Fun Day happens once a month, and it's going out into the community. We'll do everything from meet up at Pinkerton Park for a day at the park and a picnic, to going to Third Coast Clay to paint pottery, to going to AMC theaters to catch a movie. So we're doing something in the community. Coming up this fall, we've got a wide variety of different options. One, we're going to the movies. The movie title will be released closer to date once we know what the movie schedule is. In October, we're going to Harlansdale Farm, and we're going to do a little pumpkin carving. And then in November, we're going to do some shopping, early Christmas shopping at Cool Springs Galleria. So typically this program is like from 11:30 to like 1 or 1:30. We communicate the exact times with the patrons once we know who are signed up. We meet at the destination. Patrons get picked up at the destination. But this is a day out, taking advantage of all the fun things that Williamson County has to offer.
Exactly. There's also a new program that you guys are doing out in Nolensville called Fit Fun Night.
And so this is geared more towards adolescent-aged participants. It's one Tuesday night a month, doing a variety of different recreation activities. It could be playing a more active game. It might be a parachute activity. There might be some light fitness involved with it as well too. So we're trying this on Tuesday nights from 5:30 to 7:30, based out of our Nolensville Recreation Center. Got a lot of folks that live in the Brentwood-Nolensville part of town, and so we're hoping to entice them to come check out our Nolensville Rec Center.
Exactly. Another weekday program that you guys do is your Friends Day Wednesday.
Friends Day Wednesday happens also at our Nolensville Rec Center, one Wednesday a month. The activities vary from maybe doing an elaborate art project to having making your own ice cream and having a little ice cream sundae bar. So it changes each time. Each one is a different theme. In September, we're going to take advantage of the game room at Nolensville and try out different games. In October, we'll be making spooky treats, and then in November, we're going to do a Thanksgiving scavenger hunt around the building.
And I love how you guys switch your themes out a lot. It's not a repetitious kind of program where it's the same thing
Well, it's
every
not redundant.
time. Exactly.
It keeps it exciting.
Keeps it exciting. It keeps it fresh. It keeps it relevant with what's going on around our community,
Right.
and gives people something to look forward to if they know that they're going to be making an art piece that they can give as a gift, or if they're making
Right.
seasonal treats that they can share with family or friends
Right.
or things like that.
Right.
All right. Also at Nolensville, you have a fairly new program called the Nolensville Activity Club.
It is, and it's very similar to Friends Day Wednesday. It has a different title and it's a different day of the week. But again, it's doing something different with each date that we offer it. Coming up in September, we're going to be working on some ceramics, painting ceramics. In October, we've got Halloween masks. And then in November, we're going to be making Thanksgiving Day crafts. So sometimes it's more crafty stuff. Sometimes it might be food related. Again, we kind of change it up each time just because we want it to stay fresh.
Absolutely. And we mentioned this with the senior programming, but I also want to note as well with this therapeutic programming, obviously programs are taking place in multiple Williamson County parks and recreation facilities, but you and your staff are very conscientious and do a very good job in planning them on different days of the week,
Right.
so that there's more opportunity for people to participate in a wider variety of programs.
And we do actually have our Nolensville program is continuing to grow. It's kind of taken a slow start, but we're getting some momentum now. We do have some folks that are active with our Franklin program that are now branching out and taking advantage of the opportunities at Nolensville. And yes, we do purposely plan them on different days. One, so I can have my staff help each other, but then two, if you've got someone who's wanting to fill up their schedule with different fun things to do, they can do that by having it on different days.
Yeah, it's a good thing that you bring up the staffing schedule, because when you look at the number of programs that you offer on a monthly or quarterly basis, and if you take both seniors and therapeutics into the equation, but then you take a step back and realizing you're doing this with a staff of 6 or 7?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah.
It's
With the exception of group fitness, we do have
some great instructors.
we have great
that help us
instructors,
with
but
group
everything
fitness.
else on the schedule, it's my staff putting together and leading the activities.
Yeah,
So
and it's just amazing to me to think how you're able to choreograph all that and put all of these different programs together for a wide variety of our or a segment of our population or our
Right.
community to participate in and to enjoy, and the different kinds of experiences you're providing for therapeutic participants, their families, our seniors and their families as well. That's kind of overwhelming.
we do a lot of programming, over 200 a year. We're busy.
And we love the fact that you do and how much it gives back to the community at large. We talked about kind of the Nolensville therapeutic programs really just starting to come on, and we're really trying to build programs there. I mean, therapeutic recreation programs started at the Franklin Recreation Complex.
Is the mothership.
Yep, and that's still the highest level of participation that we see in therapeutic recreation programs. Is Aside from Sunday, is there a day of the week you don't have a therapeutic recreation program in Franklin?
Franklin, typically it's Monday through Thursday. We don't have a ton of Friday programming. We have it more on a monthly basis, not necessarily weekly. And then we do offer occasional Saturdays as well too with our respite program. But most part, it's Monday through Thursday.
Still a very
So Friday's a
full
catch-up day.
calendar.
Get caught up on some shopping, you
Yes.
know, get prepared for the next quarter. It's our catch-all day.
Absolutely. And there's some wonderful programs that you guys are doing in Franklin. Some of them, like we talked about in the beginning of this segment, are time-tested centerpieces of our therapeutic recreation program, like respite, games galore, recreation nights.
Bowling.
Yes, bowling, all those things. But then over the past couple of years, you guys have also been adding to this with your miscellaneous Mondays and throwback Thursdays and a great culinary creations program.
Yes, our participants love to cook and they love to eat. So we are jumping with that theme, and then once a month we offer culinary creations where it might be an appetizer day, it might be making bread. We've done that before. Coming up this fall, we're bringing back the appetizers in anticipation of football season. But then October, we're doing chili and cornbread, taking advantage of that fall cool weather. And then in November, we're trying stir fry. So keeping it real. We provide the recipes to all our participants. We try to do things that we hope participants will take home and be able to do on their own or with minimal assistance from their family.
Families, absolutely. And then I love the educational component in culinary creations as well, where you're getting into some nutrition and food choices, as well as, you know, how to prep and prepare for meals and
How to work
all
with a
those other things.
recipe and figure out the measurements.
All those things, just all working together.
Right.
Love it. Well, like our senior programs, advanced registration is required
Yes.
for all of our therapeutic recreation programs.
Correct.
Registration information is also available through our website as well, and you can get more information about the rest of our fall-based therapeutic programming from the website too.
And like the senior programs, if you access the information on the website, we have linked the online registration with each activity. So it'll be able to take you directly to where you need to go to add it to your card.
Absolutely. Keeping it easy and with tons of opportunity for people to participate in a wide variety of programs.
Yes.
Well, Traci, we are actually almost out of time. I can't thank you enough for coming in and talking to
you're
us
welcome.
today and sharing a little bit about what you guys have planned for the fall with us. Wish you the best of luck in all your programs.
Thank you.
I want to thank you guys for joining us today as well. Before we go, do want to remind you, again, all this information is available through our website at wcparksandrec.com. You can get more information about our senior and therapeutics programs as well as other department activities and special events. Also, be sure to follow us through our social media channels on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, and YouTube for additional photos and videos of all of our exciting offerings. And then the last thing we want to do today before we close is share our Labor Day schedule with you. In observance of the Labor Day holiday on Monday, September 3rd, our main recreation centers will be open from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Our outdoor pools in Franklin, Fairview, Nolensville, and Spring Hill, along with the Franklin Splash Park, will also be open on that day from 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Special note on the pools and splash park, this will be the last day of operation for our outdoor pools, but the Franklin Splash Park will remain open through the month of September, and you can get the website, or you can get the schedule through our website. Lastly, on Labor Day, we do want to let you know that Timberland Park will remain open on its regular schedule from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., so we invite everyone to come out and spend their day with us then. All other Williamson County Parks and Recreation facilities will be closed on Labor Day, but facilities will resume their normal schedules beginning Tuesday, September 4th. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time. And until then, remember, Williamson County, it's all about you.